Alright folks, I'm going to show you around the site here that I'm at. Turn it up on the site here and I'll walk you around a little bit. It's really rocky and there's a lot of nice overview here. A small cove that I'm setting in here. There were 5 kayaks that went by the entrance there earlier this afternoon heading south. I'm not sure they were looking to camp here, but probably not, because most of the major camps are just south of here. So here's a big rock fireplace. Unfortunately, everything is so wet that I probably will not have a fire, at least tonight. You can see some wood behind us there. That would be nice to, if it dried out a little bit, I could make a fire out of that stuff. There's plenty of kindling and stuff in that whole pile. Still pretty misty out there. It's pretty, but this cloudy weather is really doing me in on my solar. I really need help. I need some solar energy to bring up my battery. So we'll see. Maybe today was the worst day of the week in terms of cloudiness, raining. It was a 70% chance of rain today, which I've seen. It rained a lot heavier earlier this morning, and then when I moved, it dried out for a little while, which worked out great, because then coming in here, I was able to tie up the shore without getting soaked. I did put my heavy rain gear on though, and you can see the boat down there. I'll zoom in on it. It might have been that they were coming in here because this is a great site for tents. There's a lot of level spots for tents, so it may have been they were trying to come here, but I'm talking about the canoeists. I don't know for sure. Keep from falling here. It's pretty slippery with all the rain that we've had, so here's a good shot of the cove and the boat with the panels tilted up to the west there, more southwest than west. But I'm trying to get whatever sun I can get, even in the clouds. And it does pick up some even through these clouds, but it's pretty heavy today, so I'm not doing as well as I'd like. We'll head back to the boat. I've had dinner already. It's after 3, so I usually do dinner about 3 to 4, somewhere in that range. Here's a shot of the boat again. I use a expandable 6 to 9 foot scaffolding there is what I use for my boat ramp, or my boarding ramp, whatever you want to call it. Works well. And on the bow there you see a 11 pounder of propane that fires up that fire ring that I use quite often. On the stern is a 30 pounder of propane. I'm hoping that'll last my 3 weeks that I'm out here, or 18 days or so on the water anyway. And I tilted those, been working tilting the solar panels every day just to try to get as much sun energy as I can, build up that battery and get through these cloudy days, which do not show any break in the next few days. So I'm going to be on the margins here, I'm afraid. Let's go back and to the boat. Got to be really careful because it's easy in this, when everything's wet, the lichens get really slippery like snot. So I got to watch my feet carefully to keep from breaking my neck. So far I've been injury free on this trip, but I got a lot of days to go, so we'll see. All right, folks. Okay, folks, I'm up in the northwest arm of Temagami in a small cove that I'm spending the night at. And here's the boat showing the solar panels in a western or southwestern aspect. They're a 4-way adjustable, so you can basically go the 4 cardinal directions with the tilt. And I'm having to maximize the tilt because of the cloud cover, as you can see. Been an interesting few days. I've been out about, I think since I left Minnesota, it's been about 5 days, going on 6. And other than the first half day, it's been cloudy and rainy the whole time. So I'm hoping that I get through with the solar batteries because it's marginal at this point. It's clouding up again. There was a little break in the clouds for a minute there, and I took some time lapse of that. Unfortunately, it's clouding up again. There were, I think there was a threat of thunderstorms tonight. We'll see if that happens. I'm pretty secure here, so I'm not too worried about the location. I've got a good protected anchorage and tie-up arrangement, so I'm not concerned. It would really be nice to have a break in this weather. It's been unpleasant from the standpoint of being able to hike and kayak and do other things outdoors. I'm setting out this evening up on the hill here. It's very quiet. I'm not seeing much in the way of wildlife. I saw a chipmunk try to get on board. I had to go scramble after him for fear that he'd get on board somewhere. He started climbing the ladder, and I threw some rocks and had to run down to chase him off. He wouldn't. He was going to persist. So a few other birds. Saw a rough grouse, scared him up earlier when I came up the hill. But otherwise, no game animals, just bird life. I thought I might see an otter or a beaver or something like that, raccoon, bear, but so far nothing. So we're hanging in there. So we'll see what we see. Have a good night, folks.